Hey up guys and girls, everyone. It's been too long since I've been out making a video. It's been over a year since I bought this bike and it's still sitting here in bits in my shed. And it's probably been about 2 months since I attempted to root with it. And the reason I haven't been rooting at this time is, well, you've probably just seen the attack of Shelob and it was in this area. This is obviously still, well, it's actually kind of back in play. It's still out. Okay, it's not fully back. I've had my two uncles out. They're both long experienced mechanics, actual mechanics, and they feel there's a reasonable hope of getting this thing back in place. So hopefully that's not too bright for you. I did get compliments from both uncles about how my cover turned out. So yeah, I got that going for me. Now, Geek and Son's technique involved, well, obviously it's their technique, but how I seen him try to do it was take the carbs off and just kind of fold them forward, and then take out the starter motor, which reveals, I'll line up this next shot actually so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, pardon how crap this shot is. We're basically, for reference point, this is the clutch housing here. So the carbs are just north of us here. Okay, so now in here among this debris, sorry, now you should see that bolt with that cap. Okay, Geek and Sons took that cap off, took that bolt out, took that cap off, and in there is a bolt that he alluded was threaded into the back of that big long shaft on the alternator. So I'm hoping that that is the reason I couldn't get the alternator out because of that bolt. And I'm also hoping that's the key to me getting this thing back in. But firstly, I have much more pressing issues. Well, this whole area here has just become a web central, as has the entire central just area. Everything from here back on the inside is just web central. So getting rid of the webs first, because there's not many bugs in here for the 8-legged gits to eat. So again, get off the spiders, Frank, just clean the goddamn thing. So cut to me cleaning off the webs and hopefully not pants. Oh, there, it's still red. Just like, what's still red? I'll just shoot him over the covers. Right, I wasn't messing when I said I'm not going to be able to relax working on this thing until I see this thing's corpse. So, I'm going to try and take off this sprocket core with from a safe distance. This time. As last I saw it, it ran in behind this thing. So, like, as far as I can tell, it's 3 10 mils. You know, hopefully it's not the same story here now, where by taking this off, the frame buckles, and hopefully the battery lasts through this. So, well, they ain't 10s. We're learning together, guys. 8s, they're 8s. No, there is one more, yeah. The next bolt is not that one. Anyways, I think it's that one, but it isn't. It's this one, trust me. For those of you watching in black and white, the red ball is beside the pink. Also, I actually spun the bike on its stand there, and it's been that long since this thing has moved, it's actually marked the linoleum floor. Yeah. Oh God. Nope. Christ. Come on. Oh, thank God it's dead. Melted. Yes. Magnet? Why would you be magnetic? So y'all can't see it, but it's just directly behind this, kind of literally hugging the central sprocket. So, dear God, the filth of this. So, can you see this brown smear? That's what's left of it. What the hell is that? What the hell is this? Daddy long legs. That's all. It's all the dead insects in this goddamn bike. Can you see? I don't even know what this thing is. That's the end of the chain guard plastic thing. Oh my God. Well, I guess it's doing what it's supposed to do, but that can't have been good for that poor chain. Trying to... I don't actually think it did many miles, to be honest, looking at this thing. It looks like it's just been sitting for a long ass time. So yeah, it needs a hearty clean. But as for you, hombre, get out of my bike. You will be I swear that thing was the main reason. Its legs are still hanging on. Get off. That thing was the main reason I haven't gone near this bike. Alrighty guys, it's now tomorrow. And I've decided to press on with taking off the car block. Now previously I thought that the O-ring, not O-ring, Jubilee clip type jobs to keep these on was like accessible through here, but with lots of lights and looking and digging, I have found that hopefully this won't throw off focus now. There are these bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4 problems. So I'm hoping loosening all of these will just let me be able to go. Loosen all of them, just be able to go. If I can get a ratchet on all of them, I might actually just use the ratchet. So that's the plan. Undo those 4 bolts. I'm not going to try and line up a shot for every single one because you have no idea how hard it was just to line up this one with lighting that you can see it, because it's a good old ways down behind the engine block. So just multiply this one times 4, okay? Thanks. Right, so an 8mm will fit these, so 8mm on an extension screwdriver. So we'll see if, like everything else on this bike, this is just hand tight or not. So, oh my God, that's way too loose. So this one in particular is well chewed up, but very loose, dear God. But look, makes my life nice and easy, I guess. So this is when Shellob's girlfriend comes out and tears me limb from limb. Oh, Jubilee clip type affair. Just past those, so there's supposed to be like 2 clamps holding them, and I'm hoping, judging by how loose these end ones were, that these ones are loose as well, because those ones will be pigs to get to. So now, hopefully, this isn't going to turn into the ding of this episode. Hopefully, this isn't going to turn into the ding of this episode, where I pop these off. Okay, so I'm just going to try and give them a tug, I guess. Fuel pump leader. Other accoutrements. Just, yeah. Right. Ding one. Ideally, I'd have a piece of wood doing this, but I don't. Okie dokie, so I've got a bit of wood here. I'm going to try to do a bit of levering. Slow and steady, hopefully. I'm sure there are people roaring at their screen saying, "What are you doing? That's not how you take off carbs." Well, guess what? Hashtag not a mechanic. If they ever release t-shirts, I think that's going to be written on them. But also, do not want to like bend this. Sorry about that. All my lights wanted to be a start. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, I really don't want to bend this thing out of shape because I'm pretty sure this shape is kind of key to how it all, obviously, all goes. Let's be careful what I'm levering off here. Always the way that you just never have quite the scrap of wood that you need for a job like this. If I get in there, I'd be laughing. Is it coming? Not going to say anything. Okay, let's try the old hammer. Hammering the hammer. Argos's finest. I can't actually tell if I'm making any progress here or not. What the hell is that? That's the link cable for the carbs, Demonstrating my extreme masculinity and strength here. Oh god, I'm starting to think those bottom clasps are going to have to be loosened, and that's going to be a real fun job. Oh yeah, I don't like the sound of that. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Take the carbs off. It's almost like I've been dreading this job. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get those bottom bolt clips out. Alright, so just for like bearings, alternator's just here. That's obviously the leftmost carb bowl and the oil adjust screw. Now, I've been doing a bit of digging. Oh god. And do a bit of zooming here now, some ninja zooming. You should be able to make out that bolt. So that is the bottom securing clip for the second carb 2 basically. So I'm hoping I'll be able to access all of those clips for all of these carbs from basically where just under the, kind of above the starter motor and under the air where the airbox was. So rather than trying to get at it from in here, because I physically can't, this one is going to be a blunt of a job because the fastener is facing this way. Unless I can get into it from in here, can I? Badly. But if I can get to these three, 1, 2, 3, so 2, 3 and 4, that might give me enough of a loosening to make it work. So I'll get you a better angle and then I'll set up some lights and go from there. Okay, so these are 8mm bolts, so hopefully my little 8mm ratchet spanner will do the job, because my 8mm ratchet was just not really cutting the mustard. Okay, so it's going to have to be the old way. So, not sure if this camera's going to overheat, so I might just cut to when I have these loosened. There's a lot of fumbling in the dark here. So yeah, I'm going to loosen these off camera, okay? As best I can. Sorry now, I really hope you can see this. So I'm still just trying to loosen carb bolt number 2, and what I've had to do was with an 8mm socket just about get it onto it, then bang a universal joint onto it, then an extension to a screwdriver extension to finally crack it off. So that is loosey-goosey. That's the arrangement I had to use to get that bloody one off. Now this one's going to be a whole other level of penance because it's just so close to the frame. It's literally like if I could drill a hole here, I could get to it. This is very... Would you start flickering at me now? Right. Figure out how to get to this one now. I'm just going to see if taking off this cable stay mount thing will give me a bit more access to the bolt that I need to get to. So again, as I was saying, very un-Honda. Finally a tight bolt. Holy hell. Very un-Honda, this whole arrangement. So, let's just put that back in there. For now, can I get to the bolt holder? Of course I can't. This thing, get to it. Nope. Right, I have that on there. So now maybe if I plug an Allen key into that, I'll be able to twist it with like a spanner or something, or a wrench as you Yanks say. I might get the socket in there. I got the socket in there. Oh, you're joking. I didn't think of it. Oh no, I won't. The frame on the... Okay. Hopefully now I have... I'm not going to be able to get that in there, am I? To be able to pull that. That won't work, will it? Nope. That'd be too sound. Right, I'll turn you off till I come up with an idea. Okay, so carb 1, I was able to just jam the socket onto the end of the securing nut, and that was enough, giving me enough purchase to, luckily I was just able to hand loosen it. Number 2, you saw the mad arrangement I'd set up to get to it. Number 4, I was able to take off the frame stay bracket that I took off on the other side and manage, because there was not as many holes and things, jam the socket, the ratchet and the socket on. And now just number 3, I think I should be able to get that from here. Girls! Let's set up for another shot. I'll try and take these off. And hopefully that's lighting things a bit better for you. tell if it's coming off or if I'm just bending everything. Oh, there goes a glove. Okay. So I could put penetrating fluid in there, but I'm not sure if it's bad for the rubbers or not. But they are pretty goddamn gunky, so I'm just going to give it a little spray of something. Alright, just give it a good old wiggle. Maybe help work some of that oil down. And this is just cheap of the cheap multi-spray oil. There's from one of those lovely German supermarkets. It's not your neighbour's dog, it's my neighbour's dog. So 1 and 4 seem to be getting loose, but 2 and 3 I just can't get this yoke down here. Come on now. Ah, jeez. I want to start wailing on this with a hammer, but I have a yoke. I have a swing press. You can cook it on here and like hammer it out. If I can find the thing. Give me a second. Alright, now I doubt I'm going to be able to do this by hand, but sure, we'll give it a go. As he launches himself out the door of the shed with half of the carbs in tow. No, that's not going anywhere. Yes. Yes. Quick little tidy. I don't want to be going at these with like a bar or a chisel because I don't want to scratch things and break things. And whenever softly approach. Doesn't seem to be working. I like that hammer. Hang on, terrible light. Well, today is tomorrow, and it's not the next day, and we're going to give it another go at getting these carbs off. And by we I mean me. So I decided to try something with a bit more gravity to take these suckers off, because I'm hoping that oil I put in there had a chance to bite, I guess. Can't tell if it's working or not. I really don't want to scrape things or break these goddamn hoses that are full of coolant. Oh, that seemed promising. I found another corpse of a spider, big one, just as I was leaving the other night, so I don't know what that one was or where the hell it was hiding, but it wasn't the skin, it was a full-blown spider and it was dead, so hopefully that's the two of them gone. I think I'm seeing clear metal on these carb boots, I think. My poor microfiber. See, I'd love to come in here and wrench on it, but I really don't want to mess up that hose. Also, the more I do this, the more I'm thinking that head gasket is crumbling. So, God only knows what the last people were out doing. Right. I think these hoses might come off. I might have to. Well, obviously they can come off, but they might have to come off so I can attack from in here. But leave it with me. Right, so this battery's just about to drop dead, so I'll give it another go with the old physics stick. See, I just think I'm deflecting them in the boots. I'm not actually getting them out of the boots. That's boot. There's another thing I'm not realising but seeing is the absolute filth of these carb. Don't call them feet. Intakes, manifold. The bit of the carb that goes into the rubber boot, they're just really, really dirty. They're filthy. So this poor thing was in some dirty conditions. And I do think I'm seeing some clear. Just for the pits and shickles, let's give this a tug. Oh, holy hell! Hell, never glue or something. First time that front wheel's come off the ground in a long time. Well, let me tell you, I'm glad I didn't think I would be able to get these off, and that I didn't want to take them off, because boy was I in for a rude awakening. Still haven't found my curvy knocker. Oh my god! If I can find, it's basically an angle iron, and you can hook it on things and whack it back here. And that's why I used to take the cover off. It's actually for putting in laminate flooring. Right, more head scratching. Right, so I'm going to assume you heard none of that the camera just died. I should say the battery just died, not the camera. So, I was saying the intakes from the carbs to the boots, they're very, very dirty. Black almost. So, this poor thing had a tough out at times, obviously. So, what's in there? But I do think I'm getting places with this, just not tons. So I just hope it doesn't translate to the inside of the carbs being disgusting as well. Let's give it a wiggle. Oh yeah, that's quite a bit of wiggle there. Still nothing. Right, keep trying, Frank, keep trying. Okay, this is almost certainly a stupid idea. So I have the grabbing end of the Stilson on the front of the bar across the carbs, and we're going to we should. Are you smoking when I'm rolling? Yeah. So we'll give that a shot and see if we don't irreparably damage these carbs forever. I'll just hit it there. I won't break my wrist. Let's see, is that done anything? Not that I can see. Not that I can see. So let's try it on the other side. Hopefully this isn't frame. Choke mechanism. No likey. Just give it a little tap it, tap, tap. Little tap it, tap, tap. Jesus, Frank, why have you got such a big wrench? Let's take off curbs. Duh. Okay, I'm done with this working. Right. Okay, so that didn't work. Give it another liberal coating of that super cheap oil. I'm just trying to agitate it down. Seriously, like I'm not sure if the rubbers are going to come out as well. Oh, Jesus. Before you all say it, I've checked the manual, as far as I know. Right, they just show the carbs off. And about tightening up those two things. So, black magic to take that, and they all come off in one go. And I've seen other guys take them off in one go. Like, granted, they take the hoses off and like wrench on them. Really thought I was going to get these off tonight. It's still kind of early. Did you hear that? It's the sound of some absolute working bike. Don't want to look at that. Nope. Back to the levering. Right, safety check. I'm checking the manual. Okay. Cue another bell ding. I'm going to try this. Okay, it's basically what I was doing earlier, but slightly less terrifying. Just let me get my rag. You know it's a brand reasonably new microfiber. So you can see what I'm trying to do here. Hooking that down there and whale on this end. God damn it, Mr. Hanley, you built these carbs well. Go over there. Now it's using the left hand. The stranger. That's all I can see us getting anywhere. If there are any more arachnids left in here, I'm going to be well shook. Oh, That got some movement. That got some movement. How are we for time? Just conscious of this camera overheating. That seems to get some movement. Also, this is a convenient little hand guard. Stop you breaking all your fingers. Hopefully this is working. I can't tell if it's just springing back or if it's making moves. Right, knock off the cameras there. Okie dokie, so I have a little bit more digging, and basically all the people I've seen taking these type carbs off thousands are using like crowbars and stuff to get them off. So it seems to just be all about leverage, and having looked at the donor set of carbs I have, they are indeed barbed. So I'm using a painter's pole this time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hang on, I need to get you a better angle. Oh. So it looks like carb 1 there is about to leave itself of its position. Oh. Oh, hang on. Oh, God, wreck it, please. Come on, you. Oh, I can see the inner of this barb, so come on. We're nearly there, guys. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. Need more physics. Oh, there we go. So 1 is out, 2 is about to pop. So now we're going to redeploy for 3 and 4. At this point, once again, I just better really thank Craig for lending me his DSLR to actually film this video on. So that's why it's looking so good, guys. So thank you, Craig, for the camera. Maybe 6 months now. So thank you, and sorry for the lack of its use. Oh yeah, 4's about to come out. Oh my God! Okay. Yeah, I want to just bear with me. Okay, so now hopefully these pups will just come away and not have some big oh, look at this. Well, we are truly a lot deeper in than I wanted to. Right, so for me to be able to put this up there, I need to disconnect this carb breather. So future Frank, the carb breather goes on this little doodah here on carb 1, okay? So let me just... that goes off to the... That lets me see the starter, which we have to... The whole point of doing this was to get to the starter, so I can take the starter off, so I can get that little plate, take the bolt out. Hopefully there's a bolt just kind of sitting in there that will let me do what I need to do. There's the business end of the carbs. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, that gasket isn't. Can you see that? It's a bit crumbly looking. It's probably silicone, to be honest. Let me have a little. Let's just shove stuff down here. Oh man! I'll have to get you some of this, guys. You can obviously you can see to the valves, but you can see to the valves. It's so cool. This one's open. Groovy! So yeah. It's not the dirtiest things either. I thought they'd be all full of schmoo. Okay, I'll try and get you to shot down the intakes. So sorry for the change in quality in audio here, boys and girls, but it's just too much of a faff to get the DSLR into this angle. So this is cylinders 1 and 2. Frame it, you idiot. So what you're looking at there, that up and downy thing in here, that's one of the valves, intake valves specifically. And there's 2 per cylinder, so there's 1 and there's 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 intakes, 8 exhausts, 16 in total. As I was saying, 4 is open. In that, if I can show you, if it'll focus, probably won't be able to see it. Basically, I can see that the, oh my god! Basically, I can see that the valves are lower. That would let, oh for God's sake, that would let fuel and air mixture down into the cylinder. So this cylinder is in its inlet port, so its piston is probably down. So if that's down, that means this one is down too. So if that's on inlet, this will be on, this one will have been blown down. So this one's just after firing. So those are currently closed. Yeah. Which means these are in, so if that's open, firing, these two are now, one of them's under compression and one of them's under exhaust. So these are both on the way up. So these will also both be closed. Because one is compressing, I don't know which. Well, if that's opening, that one's, no, I don't know. It's probably going to be, if that's firing, probably, maybe this one's just after firing. So anyway, they're both closed. But sure, if you're looking at this channel, you know that. Okay? But it's just cool. Anyway, when I'm talking about the dirt, you can see in the casing, the actual aluminium of the engine. So that's the mole line of the engine. See that little strip there? That's from when the bike was made and it was cast. So racers and crazy people will grind all that away and make that a mirror finish. The idea being, it's called a port job because you're doing the ports. Let stuff in quicker. So the theory is smoother intakes, easier for stuff to get in, more gets in at once, bigger bangs, bigger everything. I wonder what these are. Wonder if they're from like the factory or from. Anyway, let's get on to this puppy. Yeah, so that's what we're after here. But just cover up these. Don't have anything getting in there apart from fuel air mixture. This will just help keep the spoilers dry, you know, stop it from raining on them. Thank you all as well for the wonderful comments on the last video. It was very encouraging. Lots of reasonable, apart from it was all advice, I guess. Some of it better than others. And thanks for the feedback on the video making and the audio and stuff like that. I'm happy with how it's progressing. If I did it more often, I would be much better at it. But that is a self-argument for another day. So now, those look like 10s. So is that a 10? It started with a 10. It is. 2 bolts as far as I can tell. Oh god. Yeah. Encouragingly tight. It's almost like these bolts were hard to get to. Hopefully by undoing this, I'm not undoing a whole menagerie of other bits and bobs. So I'm hoping there's a geared shaft at the end of this, which is engaged in a whole lot of gears. But that looks distinctly like it houses a chain. So it does. Doesn't it? But no, it doesn't go to the body. So I'm hoping it's a gear and like a gear. I think I see a pivot point for a gear. So yeah, hopefully this will just come out now. Like as smoothly as the carbs did. Snark, snark, snark. Damn it, magnet. Now, do a check. Okay. Whew, it's gears. Okay, let's get you a shot of that. That is a meaty motor. That is a meaty motor. Doesn't say who made it. Honda. Okay. Oh, and there it is, boys and girls. The hallowed flap. So actually, screw getting a shot of this. I'm opening this now. I can't wait. That cover is encouragingly crusty. So I'm hoping and praying no one's been at this and that there's not a bolt missing out of it. As well, it'll give me a chance to clean up all of this. There's all the goo. Anyway, shut up talking, Frank. Just get the goddamn thing off. Now, bear with me. I want this to be... Nope. Not happy with that. I want this to be on. And on bloody well. As soon as I get this cover off, putting those two bolts back in for the starter. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there we go, thank God. And this is a fairly long, if Geek and Sons video is anything to go by, this is a pretty long out bolt. Yeah. That's weird. Can you see that? It's like something's been chewing this out of it. Something's been chewing this bolt out of it. That should not be like that. So, what horrors await? Tune in next week. I'm joking. I'll get you a shot looking straight down at it as I'm taking it out, hopefully. Also safety back home. Okie dokie, moment of truth. It's worrying that bolt has a big groove taken out of it, because underneath this there should be a nut that's going into the end of the shaft that's on the end of the alternator. So if that's... Oh, it is there. What the hell happened to that bolt? Plenty of oil in there as well. So, you see that moving around in there? So I'm moving the alternator and that's moving that. So, hopefully this is the key to me getting all of this back in. You can see all the gears and things that this thing goes around and things. So, let the maneuverings begin. Is that threaded? I don't believe it. I think that's... I think that bar is threaded. So either that's loose, and it's just been bouncing around in there, chewing up the that bolt. Maybe that. Let me stick a spanner on that and see how loose that bolt is. Okay. Bear with me. It is at this point, dearest viewer, that I feel I must remind you that the entire reason I had to do all this, well, I would have had to do that anyway, well, potentially, but the entire reason I'm doing this and having to take out that starter motor is to get to a plate, to hopefully get to a nut that will then put this goddamn alternator back in, so I can put the cover that I was trying to paint back on while I was trying to avoid doing the carb job. And that's taken about 6 months. Hang on. So I just stuck a 14 on the end of that bolt, barely moved it, and it's fallen off. See, it's just hanging there by a thread. So that wasn't done up properly. So it's just been thrashing around in there, doing God knows what. You can see where it's been eaten up into the case. Man, that was... Alright. That's a bit nuts, isn't it? But I'm hoping that with all of this access, I should be able to get that to come back in here now. Okay, with all of this that I can line up and see. So, I know it has to come in here. Oh, that's never good. You never want to see. On the glitter. That's a nice part. But it's expensive. So anyway, let the measuring begin. It's getting kind of late, so I won't be at this too long tonight, but I'll see what I can get done. I don't expect it to be, like everything on this bike, simple. Nothing else. Okay, so that would let the whole thing come out there now. But we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. There's a big seal. So that's how it wants to go. Now, with a great big stonking socket, I'm going to put this around that bear and give her a little tap. First off, get that as level looking as it wants to. Nope. That should definitely just kind of, once it's in place, it should just pop back into place. Did you get me? Like, things definitely weren't helping that bolt being loose. If that bolt was tight, I probably wouldn't have been able to do what I did and pulling this halfway out. Mind you, there's nothing there to keep it from. Oh, maybe there's a kind of a thing in there that would have. I don't want to use the bolt to try and pull it back into place either. Oh. Also, it's a messing. going on there now, so there is. Not this thing. So yeah, that's that. There's a big old, I can see there's a big old gear on the end of this, on the end of that alternator, on that alternator shaft. I'm just wondering if it's running foul on some teeth. There's no chain. Huh, freewheel. Thank God it's free anyway. So actually, yeah, if that bolt was on right, I wouldn't have been able to drop that out that little bit, because there is a whole big, there's a f***ing bearing. Obviously there's a bearing. Oh man, I can actually just see it perfect here now. Okay, I need to get that dead nuts on. Right. But there's hope. That's the main thing. There's hope. Pardon the abrupt end there, folks. I have made more progress with the Hurricane since this and have a lot more footage to edit together. I really just wanted to get a video out as it's been far too long since I've posted anything. Thank you all for your patience and for your positive comments on the past videos. I'll try and not have the next one take so long to put together. Until next time, bye for now.